Hello everybody, my name is Sirhc and welcome back to Crash Landing. Last time we were spending some time in the quest book doing a lot of these technological revolution quests, and we started using the Applied Energistics machines. And today I want to actually apply these Applied Energistics machines to our base here. And I think I mentioned last time, we are going to start with the mob farm. I want to get rid of all these barrels because we have way too many different types of drops, and yeah, they're filling up. Like this one could probably use another upgrade. Still got about 5,000 items left to go, but they're getting full. There's lots of different items, and if I if I were to go capture maybe some other mobs and put them in the auto spawner, I could potentially get even more types of items than this. So we need to get something better for this storage. And also, I mean, it'd just be fun to play around with this stuff. So we got some stuff that we made last time: the ME controller, ME access terminal, ME drive. We got some storage disks, or whatever they are. The storage devices, the 4K storage. I made a couple more of those, and then we have some ME cable so we can hook it up to our system here, and some import and export buses. So I guess the first thing I need to do is I need to move all of this out of here and make some space. So I think this is all we need to replace all of those barrels that we had. We have the controller, which takes in the power and kind of controls the whole network. We got the access terminal here, which allows us to access the things, all the items. And then we have an ME drive here, which we can put our storage devices in, and that's where everything is stored. And then we just need to hook it up with this ME cable. And let's see, where is it? Let's go down here. And we need to pull items out of this chest and that chest. And to do that, we're going to use an ME basic import bus. There's 3 types of import buses and export buses. There's just the basic. Let's see. I don't know if I can. This is kind of difficult. The basic just pulls whatever's in. Oh, come on. It just pulls whatever's in the chest or the you know, whatever type of interface that you're connecting it to. It just pulls whatever is in there into the system. There's also a fuzzy import bus, which you can set it to pull just certain items, but it doesn't look at like metadata or NB tags or something like that. So like armor, if it was different damage values, it wouldn't care. And then there's also a precise import bus, which does it factors in like the MB tags and stuff. So let's connect that there, and then oh, we can't. Are you serious? Oh, that's dumb. This is why I love item ducks, because I cannot put this there. I can't cover it up with microblocks. That's annoying. Okay, well, I'll have to reroute this a little bit then. Okay, I got the cable going under, and I think I can actually just have it go to the bottom of here. And there should be some gunpowder in there. Yes, because there was some gunpowder in the chest over there. So that is all hooked up, which means if we... Gosh, dang it. I keep hitting E to escape out of that. Because that's how, you know, I usually get out of chests. Is I do that and I hit E. But it doesn't work in here because it types. So now it is collecting items. Fancy. So fancy. So that takes care of our storage needs. Now, we do have some things. Oh, that's cool. So does it shine for like every item that comes in, or is that just a periodic thing? It doesn't seem to be. It seems to be random, so I think it's just for each item. Very cool. So we have the storage needs taken care of. Now there's a few things that I'm not exactly sure how to do. One thing is all of the armor and bows and stuff I don't want to save, so I want to throw that away. Like this armor, I want to throw that away so it's not taking up storage. Also, we have our mob power room over here, and we need to get gunpowder and ender pearls over here. But I don't want to just send gunpowder and ender pearls over there. I want to make sure that we keep some gunpowder and ender pearls, so that we have some for our use. So I might need to play around with this and figure that out. Okay, so I made one of the ME fuzzy export buses. So hopefully we can do what we want with this. If we put this in here, I have a feeling we're going to need more than one of those though, because these only have 8 slots where you can basically whitelist an item. So one item we want to whitelist is a bow, golden chest plate, golden leggings, golden helmet, golden boots, leather helmet. There's a shovel. There's so many random things. But yeah, let's let's try and whitelist these. So a bow, chest plate, leggings, helmet, boots, that, and that. And that fills up this one. And then we want to match any damage value. It doesn't matter. And always active for redstone mode. And doesn't really matter for the stack size. So now if we plug this in, right now we have all of this stuff in here. And if we plug this in, it should take all that stuff away and put it into the nullifier. Possibly. Okay, there we go. Right? Yeah, it all worked. I just had to change the import. Forgot to put the import on the back. So now it's going to throw away all of that stuff. And I guess if we want to throw away more stuff, it kind of seems like I'm going to need more fuzzy export buses attached to this nullifier, which I don't really like the fact that I have to do that. But there's not much else I can do because these only have that 8 slots, and yeah, that's all I can really think of. So when we get more items, I'll have to whitelist those in here. Gosh, I need to get used to that escape. But yeah, for now, this, I guess, will do the job for us. Okay, so for this power room, I made one of these ME storage buses. And what this does is it can add basically any storage device into the ME network just by connecting it there. And I believe in here you can kind of whitelist what types of items you want in here. Yeah, so we can add gunpowder to there. Input output mode, very good. Partition storage configures partition based on currently stored items. I don't know what that means. Allowed accept only listed items, yes. Okay. And then here we can set the storage priority. And I guess we'll just leave it at 1. So then we gotta take our cable and we have to hook it. What are you hooking to? Oh, I used the wrong thing. Whoops. Let's get rid of that. I need this cable, which I might need to go make some more of. So I have the storage bus connected to just one barrel now, just because it makes it easier. And what that does is it makes this a part of the system. And I don't think I whitelisted the... I don't know if it really matters since it's connected to a barrel. Oh, it is still whitelisted. Okay. So what this should do... Well, what this does is it includes that barrel in the system. So if I go in here, I see 4,800 gunpowder. And that includes the stuff that's in the barrel. So if I pull stuff out of here, it can actually pull stuff out of the barrel, which is kind of cool. And if I put it in here, it can put it in the barrel. And in fact, let's try taking some of this out and see. God, I seriously, I cannot get used to hitting escape. So it's still full. So if we take more out, how much more do we have to take out? It's okay. So now it should have less than 64 stacks. So I pulled it out of there, and it's still pulling it out of there for some reason. I'm not sure why, unless that was the reactant dynamos. So I can pull it out of there, which is cool. So if like that barrel is full, but I don't have a lot in these drives, I still have access to it right here, which is nice. But then I can also put gunpowder in there, and it goes into the barrel and can get used for the reactant dynamos. Now this works with the gunpowder fine, because we always have excess gunpowder. We have tons of it. Lots of creepers get killed in our mob farm. Looks like there's lots of creepers right now that just spawned in there. So we don't really have to worry about running out of gunpowder. It's a different story with the ender pearls, especially since the ender pearls, if you put a stack of ender pearls in here, it just consumes it right away. You can't fill up the ender generator as far as I know. It just keeps adding, it consumes it and adds time to how long the power goes, which kind of sucks. Because that means I can't do the same thing with the ender pearls. Because if I do it, it's just gonna suck up all my ender pearls and use them for power. So I don't really have any solutions for this. I'm not entirely sure what to do about this. Honestly, the reactant dynamos are probably getting us enough power for now. If we ever want to put ender pearls in here, we can do that by hand, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll have to figure that out later. But I guess right now what I can do is get an export bus, fuzzy export bus. Actually, oh yeah, I made a fuzzy storage bus, and we are going to replace this thing with that. We'll do that, and the reason I want to do that is because with this thing we have a lot more whitelist spaces, which means we can do this, and we can do this, and we can do this, and we can do this. And if we do insert only, and let's do plus 64, and let's just make it 64. So this thing has a higher storage priority. So if we stick stuff like this into there, it should put them into, yeah, it didn't even show up in here. It just automatically put them into the nullifier, and it's gone. Very good. So that is a much better solution than the fuzzy export bus, just because of the greater number of whitelist options, which is pretty nice. So now one thing I can do is get an export bus, right? Or import. No, import is what we want. Oh, they're pre-configured, so they don't stack. That's kind of annoying. I wonder if I can get rid of the configuration. No. Dang. But I want an import bus. Stick that right there. And then if we grab the dolly and we put this right on here, it should just start importing items into there. And is this, that's just a normal one. If I had a fuzzy import bus, I could probably make this go faster, but this will work for now, I guess. Everything is cleaned up. I got it all in here, and as you can see, these things are getting full. We got one 4K all the way full. We got one that's part of the way full. I'm kind of thinking I might want to make some of like the 16K or 64K. Although I've read that those actually take a lot more energy than just the 4K. I don't know how much more energy, but we might want to go with that because it looks like we're not using, all of the types. We're only using 21 of the 63 types. So we could potentially store a lot more in one storage unit. If we were filling up, like if we had 63 out of 63 types, then you want to have smaller storage units and more of them so that you can have different types of stuff. But yeah, we have one that's full, one that's pretty much full, and it's starting to fill up the third 4K. We need to take these out. I left a little hole in the wall here so we could still access this and set some things. And now when we put these in here, they will just disappear into the nullifier. So that's very good. Awesome. So I've been doing lots of crafting, making lots of machines. Wow, bad frame rate. What's going on? Making lots of these Applied Energistics stuff. This is all that we need to make another little AE system with a crafting setup. It's what you need for a crafting setup is you need at least one, or you need a pattern provider. You need heat vents, and you need assembly containment walls. And all of these, those aren't too hard to make. These aren't too bad, but this stuff, this stuff is not so fun to make. And then I also made a crafting CPU. You don't need one of these, but it allows you to, your crafting is a little bit easier to do. Like if you tell it to craft something and it doesn't have the resources, if you have one of these, you can look at the crafting process and see kind of where it got stuck or what it's missing. And then I made a crafting monitor, which actually I think you need one of these also to see, like if you can see the crafting process in the crafting monitor. I have an ME drive again, so I can put storage in there, the ME controller to control the system. And then I have an ME crafting terminal. This is just a normal interface terminal, the access terminal, except with a crafting table. So you can basically craft stuff inside of the terminal. It's not automatic crafting like this stuff will do. What stuff will allow you to do is you can, if you have like planks or if you had logs in your system and you wanted to make a crafting table or a chest, you could actually just make it automatically. You could request a chest, and if you have it programmed in there, it will turn the planks into logs, or the logs into planks, and then it'll turn the planks into a chest or a crafting table or whatever. So whereas the crafting terminal, it's basically you have all your stuff there, and then you also have a crafting interface in the same window, in the same GUI. But anyways, that's enough talking. Let's get on with this. So to make the crafting machine, you need these containment walls on all of the edges. So for the smallest machine, I'll just show how to make that real quick. You'd have to do something like this. Whoops, not like that. You'd have to do something like this with the containment walls on all of the edges, and then the heat vents have to be on all of the sides. So we'll do one on the bottom, one on the top, side, back, side, and front. And then I forgot to put something inside. And then on the inside, you need a pattern provider. You need one of those. And then put that. And when it gets these lines, that means that that is correct. And in here, we have to put in, what are those called? It's like pattern something. You have to like create patterns in a pattern encoder. I haven't made one of these yet because I'm not sure exactly what I have to do with that. I just wanted to get this all set up. So that's the basic setup there. We're going to actually expand it out one farther back. Actually, I could have left those there. And we're going to bring this out. We'll do heat vent there, and there. And then containment wall there, and then crafting CPU and heat vent. So there is our molecular assembler chamber. And then I can put this stuff down somewhere. I guess I'll... we do have a little bit of room on the side here. Or I could put it over here. And I think I'll put it over here. The wall... I mean, the wall's right there, so I could put it right up against here, or... Actually, I'll probably want space in the back for access. So let's do a controller here so that we can run the power right below it to there. And then... Where do I want stuff? So I got some stuff figured out. I made the pattern encoder, and so we can encode some stuff in there. I have some storage, just a very small amount. It's kind of annoying to craft it over here, so I kind of want to get this set up as soon as possible so I can actually use it to craft all the other stuff that I need, like more storage and such. So what we can do, let's say we want to make, you know, a lot of this stuff takes these basic processors. So to make those, you need silicon, redstone, and the logic expansion card, which is like this. So if we have a blank pattern in here and we encode it to craft a logic expansion card like that, and then we encode, and that does that, and then we can clear all that, and then we'll have to actually go in here and craft something. So if we do this, make a logic expansion card, and then if we go back in here, put that in the middle, and silicon and redstone, and then I have another blank pattern, encode that one. And then if we click on here and we stick both of those in there, and we have two things crafted in here, or programmed into here. And also, I was wondering why you would ever want to make it bigger than this. But I figured out why. I think if you add more of these pattern providers, you would get more space for these patterns. So right now we only have one page, so that's one pattern provider's worth. But if we added more of these, then we'd get more and more pages, more space to program more things. So I might end up doing that. We can expand this one higher, and then I can make it as far back as I want. I could even move some of this stuff over to this wall and make this a little bit bigger, but for now this is good. So let's clear that. So now, if we go in here, we have two things that show up under craft. And so if I wanted to craft an ME basic processor, and we just say 1 and begin, and then I can go down to the crafting monitor, and it doesn't know what to do. Or I can't do it because it doesn't have those materials. So if we give it some redstone, some plastic, some printed circuit boards, and some silicone, then it is all done, and we have got one ME basic processor. So it just crafted that all for us, and we can pull that out, and then since we don't have any more in there, we can hit craft again, begin, and it ran out of redstone, which we can look at here too. It's missing, looks like one redstone. So if we go in here, give it the redstone, and there we have another one. So this is going to make expanding my Applied Energistics a lot nicer, and just, I mean, anything in the future where I need to craft stuff, I can go in here and just program a whole bunch of stuff that I need to craft over and over again, and this thing will do it for me. So I think that's all we're going to do today. I'll get this kind of cleaned up, figured out, get some more storage crafted, get a bunch of patterns made, and hopefully this will be nice and clean and working a little bit better. I also need to hook my metals back up into here. Right now I just have them going into this chest, and wow, that's quite a bit. I like that. I might actually just put it right back where it was and have an import bus going into the system so it just automatically imports. Right now I don't want to import too much though, because I need more storage before I really start emptying all these barrels into there. And I'll have to probably make another, either at least one more of these drives, possibly more, because I'm going to want to fill this thing up. But anyways, I hope you have enjoyed another episode of Crash Landing. Having fun with this Applied Energistics. I must say, it's a nice mod. I like it a lot. It's very difficult. Everything's really expensive. Takes tons of iron, but it is definitely useful. And especially here in the late game, you can really do a lot with it. So, yes, I hope you have enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like down below, and I will see you next time. Goodbye, peoples.